What up? This is Rap Hits, and so word is that NLMB, No Limit Gang, is being investigated for what happened to Shoota Shellz. So if you're not familiar with Shoota Shellz was from the op block, and he was starting his rap career, and he started dissing NLMB, Herbo and them, and the Dream Team. And so not too long after one of his diss songs and videos came out, they got up with him and took him out very viciously. And so I'm not gonna leave a link, but I do have images of what happened to Shoota Shellz on raphits1.com. Actually, there will be a link to raphits1.com in the comment section and description box if you want to check it out. I'm just not gonna link directly to it. Once you get there, you'll find it. It's like the #1 hit. It also comes up on Google if you just search in Shoota Shellz and what happened. Usually it comes up as the first result, but it's pretty graphic. So I don't want to have a direct link to that on this platform. But yeah, what happened to Shoota Shellz was crazy because they said he got hit like 18 times, a lot of times in the face. They took that dude out. Like he had no chance. And they are trying to say that, well, the feds allegedly have linked 3 NLMB members to the scene of that situation. A lot of people already suspected it was NLMB that was behind that. So this can get very dangerous because they're trying to do a lot of RICOs on a lot of these rappers now, and Herbo is actually affiliated with NLMB and Little Bibby. I think that might be why maybe Little Bibby separated himself from a lot of the rapping and stuff. He's really pretty much behind the scenes, and maybe that's why. Maybe he just doesn't want to be a high profile type of a person now, and maybe he kind of saw this coming to where he knew he had to distance himself possibly from all that street activity. Now Herbo, he stayed with the streets the whole time pretty much. He stayed hanging out with the members, and so it sounds like they're trying to link the Drench gang to this situation. And Herbo has been helping his homie Drench, NLMB Drench, what's his name now? He used to go by like something wet, but now he's going by Drench, it sounds like. And he's part of the crew, and Herbo has linked himself with pretty much the whole crew. Now it's getting dangerous for Herbo because he's already facing a situation with the feds for that scamming stuff. So look, hopefully Herbo had nothing to do with that situation, because sometimes they try to lump a lot of people into one thing and try to say, well, that's the RICO, and they try to like get people to start telling on each other and stuff. So I doubt Herbo had anything to do with that directly, though. Herbo, you would think that he would have been focused on music at that time because he was already on, and that's probably why Shoota Shellz was dissing him, because it was a way to get on. He knew that was his op, but it was probably a combination of like that's his op, but also he knew Herbo had a name. So maybe Shoota Shellz was like, let me go at this dude and make a video, make some videos and music and stuff about this beef he has with Herbo and the No Limit team. And maybe he thought that was an easy way to get on, and sometimes it's not just the street beef. Sometimes they want to get on too, or they might get kind of like jealous or something. You never know if what was really going on with Shoota Shellz, but it didn't end well for him at all. They took it very serious. I know it was street stuff behind it too, though, but anyways, Herbo, hopefully he's not gonna get roped up into this, and the feds are investigating, and we heard about this years ago where it sounded like the feds were going into Chicago, and that was something that happened years ago, but you never really saw much come from it. So they must have been behind the scenes pretty much just kind of getting all their information together for the last several years, and now it looks like you're seeing a lot more activity going on with these feds in Chicago. and they're really looking into a lot of these rappers. Herbo's name, Little Dirk's name came up in a Fed paper not too long ago. Now it wasn't like he was directly involved in something, but his name is popping up in Fed documents now. Somebody was talking about the FBG Duck thing, and it sounds like Dirk's name came up. So, that you don't want your name coming up with these Fed investigations that's going on, because those RICOs, man, are nothing to play with. And hopefully Herbo and Bibby, I like I said, I don't think they had nothing to do with that stuff. A lot of the Chicago gang members seem to be pretty solid, though. Like, if they did get caught up in something, maybe if they caught 3 of them, let's say they catch 3 of them and they try to link them to the Shoota Shellz thing, I would expect a lot of the Chicago gang members to not really turn on each other and start talking. It seems like they're pretty solid when it comes to stuff like that, because with the Young Thug thing, a lot of them talking, out of Atlanta. And I don't think I've seen really a whole lot of that going on with Chicago. I mean, they say FBG Butter talks a lot, and he, they say like they don't trust him, like he might tell. But for the most part, you don't really hear too much Chicago members getting caught up in even RICOs, really. I mean, with the FBG Duck thing, and it seems like they pretty much just keep their mouth shut. I don't know, though. We'll have to see what goes on. We'll have to see what happens with this whole situation. I'll keep you posted as more information comes available. Make sure you subscribe and like and all that, and click that notification bell. This is been Rap HITZ signing off.